Right, hello. So, on average, 35,000 choices you make every single day. Now that sounds like a lot, right? But it's as easy as waking up and going, I'm gonna make my bed today, or gonna keep it that way. That's a choice, and you make it. And when I thought about what I wanted to talk about today, I thought about what I would have wanted to hear as a freshman when I was in chapel, sitting up there going, I don't really want to spend 30 minutes sitting here, but I guess I have to because I like going to college. So with that in mind, I am talking about choices and why we make them, how you get to make them, and how you get to have a choice in what you do with your life. Alright, so one of my favorite movies is The Iron Giant, and one of my favorite quotes comes from that movie. If you don't know what the story of the movie is, it's about a little boy who befriends a giant alien robot monster. It's cool, it's cool. And he convinces the giant that he doesn't have to be a monster or a weapon. He actually decides he wants to be Superman, and it's really sweet, and it makes me cry every single time. But he has some pretty heavy words for him when he's about to become a weapon. You are who you choose to be. You choose. So at the end of the day, you get to choose who you are and what that means. No one can tell you who you are, and if they try, you don't need to listen. A part of college is figuring out who you are for yourself. Right. Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you. Right. Oh, no. Yep, stay there. Cool. All right. So, the jokes tell themselves. Theater major. I love storytelling. You can be a starving artist. Like, that's been around for a really long time. Like, centuries. It's cool. But sometimes there are things people need to hear, and the only format to tell them in is theater. And that's how you listen, and that's how you learn, and that's how you realize that not everyone's story is the same, but by watching and listening and learning, you can see a part of someone else that you've never seen before. I've gained more from being a theater communications major the last 4 years than any other part of my education, because I've learned how to work with other people. I've learned you don't stay up until 5 a.m. making set designs for tech theater because you will hate yourself the next day. It's inescapable, it happens. Sorry, tech theater class. Be better. Be better than me. I've learned that sometimes you do something like a one act and you go, I don't know what this means. Like telling other people what to do, not my thing. Like my junior year, I was so scared to direct a one act because I was going, I mean, I know what I want to see here, but like that doesn't mean that's what you want to see here. But by telling people what I saw in my vision and what I wanted to happen and explaining how they could feel those things, Hannah Anderson is not a 90-year-old woman. She is very much not that. But because we worked and we worked and we worked, that story was told, and it impacted a lot of people. All right, Ryan. All right, so I didn't tell these people they were going to be on this, so that's okay. I can make them cry immediately. It's cool. Each person on this slide has helped me see who I am and what that means to me and to myself, and how I can be the best version of myself even when I don't always see it. And without all of these people, I wouldn't be here today because they have all helped me through a lot of different struggles in my time at college. And in your choices, when you decide who gets to be around you, you need a strong foundation of people who will always be there for you, because they start to know you as well as you know yourself. And I can tell you each and every one of these people can like look in my eyes and see when I'm like about to like lose it or something, or be like, I'm gonna go buy an airplane ticket, I'm not coming back, like it's cool, it's good, don't worry about it. And they'll be like, hey, well, get out of the car, we're gonna go get like Wendy's or something cool down there, buddy. Because part of my charm is that I'm dramatic. That's a requirement of being a theater major. Like, that's That's how you get in. Like, that's a part of it. They don't tell you that when you come to college, and then like they test you. It's cool. It's good. Next slide, Ryan. All right, so directing. This is a lovely photo because I'm pretty sure at this exact moment, Simon and I are telling a really dumb joke, and it has nothing to do with what we're doing. So, directing. You don't always know where you're going to take a story. You don't know where the story will take you. It honestly helps people see new perspectives. You think about things you've never thought about from people you probably never would have interacted with other ways. I see new ways to tell a story, new ways to help someone connect with a character. Like, it's kind of cool. I like it. It's a good life choice, I like to believe. Right, Ryan? All of that to say, with my directing endeavors, when you think of York, you think of corn, that rainbow water tower, because that's like the one thing, like you come here and you're like, I mean, it's really flat, and that's like really bright, and I'm here now, and I guess I live here, that's cool. I am sure, I personally can't say, oh yeah, I came from Alaska, and now I'm here, and whoa, it's different. Because I was here, like, I know it's different, I'm aware. And you always see at least 10 people you know at the store, right? Like, you walk into Walmart, you know what you need to buy, and then you're like, oh hey, and it's 10 different people every single time. Megan Schreck can attest to this. Every single time I go to Walmart with her, she's like, why do you know everyone who works at the store? Like, what do you do in your free time? All of that to say, York, Nebraska is very different than England, which is where I have decided my next part of my story is. It is very different. I keep getting jokes of like, you better learn that new language. That's not really a thing, everybody. I mean, like, there's more U's than before. I have to like learn that a flat is an apartment. That kind of thing. Like, occasionally maybe someone will say a word to me and I'll just text Corey and be like, yo, Corey, what does this mean? I can't Google in front of them, that's weird. It is 4,364 miles away from here. So like, it's the furthest I've ever been from anyone, like from all the people that I really care about. It's a 6-hour time difference. So while you're all sitting here in chapel, it'll be like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it'll be about a time you know for an afternoon nap. Granted, it's always time for an afternoon nap, but like, it'll be the time. It's different, it's scary. I got my passport. Those photos are never good. Never. You go to the airport, they look at you and go, oh yeah, you're having a way better day today. No, sir, they told me not to smile. So like, of course I'm having a better day today. I'm smiling at you in security. I am doing a Master's in Fine Arts program, which is, for anyone who doesn't speak academia like I didn't when I interviewed, I just sort of was like, I want to go to more school. Like, that sounds like a good idea. Like, it's what I know. Let's just do more of it. It is a directing program with, they don't call them classes, they call them modules because they're British and it's fancier. Because that's part of the British charm. And like, you can't tell when they're joking at you. It's cool. I'm going to learn so much. It will be a really intensive 2-year program where I just sit there and I learn all these things with other international students because it's an international school. So instead of it being like a bunch of British people and then me sitting there, which would be a good time all around, there'll be a bunch of different people from a lot of different places. They take people from all 6 continents, not Antarctica, because, you know, there's like no one there. They wouldn't take anyone. But all of that to say, it's different, it's new, it's exciting. I've never made a decision this big before, so it's like, oh, it's so cool. And then you like look at all of the things they say about, here's how to like buy a house. Which, by the way, when you leave college, everyone, they have you do that. Like, you have to go, like, you don't get Megan or Colin, like, knocking on your door going, hey, did you, like, leave your room today? Like, you're still here. No, like, you have to go find a house and pay bills and things, and it's gonna be so fun. But also currency. You won't deal with that when you graduate, everybody else. You won't have to figure out what money means. I do. That's cool. I'm excited. It'll be fun. Alright, Ryan, change the slide. It wouldn't be me talking in front of a bunch of people if I didn't quote Harry Potter, so, like, sorry, you just gotta deal with that. One of my favorite stories of all time, if you spend literally any time with me, you will learn this, is Harry Potter, because it's about a kid who thought he wasn't worth anything, learning he is essentially, like, wizard Jesus. Like, it's a really weird way to phrase it, but, like, that's who he is. Like, he saved them all from, like, the ultimate evil. Like, it's who he is to them. And at one point, he's, like, really struggling. He thinks he can't do anything right. Like, he just learned he has a part of it, like, he has wizard Satan in him, and he does not like it. And he goes to Albus Dumbledore's office, and only the 7 books happened. I want you to know that. That's all I count as, like, actual things that have happened to Harry Potter in the last 20 years, so don't talk to me about anything else. Please, oh please, please do not. All to say, he is really struggling, and Dumbledore, with his words of wisdom, because he's a walking, like, inspirational little book of quotes. I'm sure you could make one out of all the things he said. But he says to Harry, "It is our choices, Harry, that show us what we truly are, far more than our abilities." Because we can say we're great at things. We can have seen ourselves do something, like once, and be like, oh yeah, scored a 190 at bowling, I'm a pro now. It's not how it works. You have to keep at it, and you have to keep making, stay with me here, good choices, or choices that lead you to where you want to be. How you decide to act and how you decide to live your life impacts you and everyone around you. All right, I'll leave you with one final message. I could have chosen a photo that was like serious and everyone was smiling and just like looked cute. Instead, I chose the one where people looked like a little crazy because I feel like it's a better representation of the concert choir. But all this to say, you choose. You get to choose. As something as simple as eating breakfast, eating an egg, eating oatmeal, you get to choose what classes you take, what your major is, what you do after this. Like, it's all up to you. And you get to do that because it's your choice. Thank you. Woo!